Try take two, A marker.
3, 2, 1, action! It's a world that I understand, and I'm thrilled to be on the other side of the camera helping to bring together. And run, go!
Whatever that cosmic glue is that binds them.
What was that?
Very fertile heritage to play with.
It's very celebratory of what cinema can do. The way that you can transport an audience and be transported as an audience.
Circle!
We're dealing with comic book characters, you know what I mean? But yet you have to anchor yourself in some kind of truth and find a place for the authenticity. And I love the comedy. There's lots of nice little comedy undertones in there, as well as these fantastic action sequences.
Action! One of the big sequences, really, in the first act, is Cletus Cassidy, who we think is going to die by lethal injection. He's on the gurney. Strange tendrils coming out of his body now, strange tendrils! The shot, it starts to run! Run!
We have all this glass being blown out. We got our man flying out.
I'll come out of this window, over here, this railing. Hopefully won't hit the railing. And crash into Andy here.
He then turns into Carnage, and we see the birth of Carnage. Run, go! It's a very, very rich, fertile ground for exploring character within a great big visual effects extravaganza.
Bound up with that was, how do we shoot them? How do we shoot this movie? Fortunately, Bob Richardson, who is a very dear friend of mine and I'd worked with before, just having him on board to shoot this was just great.
Best DP in the business. And it's very hard to get Richardson to do a movie. But he loves Andy, and the rest is history.
There's a heightenedness to it, but it's also photographically, those CG characters feel real. And now in visual effects has taken Bob's cinematography and integrated those CG characters into the world. It was crucial to get the lighting right so that they all existed, seamlessly in one world, and you weren't ever thinking, oh, these are CG or cartoony characters.
Camera.
3, 2, 1, tendril!
We did spend some time in the Imaginarium Studios working on the character of Carnage, because one of the things that I wanted to do was to find a physical vocabulary for Carnage that was entirely different to Venom. If you think about Venom as an entity, a physical entity, he's like a sort of quarterback, an American footballer and rugby player, very strong, big, broad shoulders, heavy weight. We wanted Carnage to be the opposite of that. So he's asymmetrical, and he can create any shape and almost like take Venom's energy and displace it.
Carnage is mellifluous, sinewy, and he extrapolates from the air and the cosmos what he needs to be to grow like roots.
His walk is amazing. You believe that no one can beat him. So did Venom.
This is much worse than I thought. That is a red one. Wow.
Red one.
We should leave immediately.
And cut. Great.
The hardest scene to write is Act 3, is the cathedral scene. We're doing so much in that final set piece.
Or forever hold very.
Where is she?
Each character in that sequence needs their own final moment. You have Anne, you have Dan, you have Shriek and the cop that she's been chasing, and Cletus and Carnage and Eddie and Venom.
The scenes with the full cast, those are always the best. We've had some really nice, smaller, more intimate scenes, but when you've got a lot of the action going on, the full cast is involved, the energy just goes through the roof.
And they're all kind of battling through this chaos while the world is kind of falling apart around them.
Together we are the Lethal Protector!
In these movies, the digital characters have got to act. They've got to seriously act.
It kind of thrusts out of your chest, which is pulling your arms down.
Andy Serkis, he used to be a director on the English stage, the classic Shakespeare and so on. And I think it lifted the level of pathos.
Don't forget me, Eddie. It really feels great to have my buddy Andy there. I mean, as an actor, he's hyper prepared, he is meticulous, he is 100% committed. And there's also something about the way Andy directs you that he affirms you constantly, and you always feel like anything you do, it's a safe space. He's shedding light, but in a way that is always affirming, he sheds light on a new path.
Okay, here we go. Action!
It's been, a roller coaster of a ride of a shoot.
3, 2, 1, drop!
Character moments.
Pussy.
Excuse me?
Stunts. Intimate, beautiful, emotional beats. Big action sequences. To enter into this level of fan-based franchise world is it's a big responsibility.
Hi, baby. I'd like you to meet Carnage.
I was excited and challenged by the idea of bringing Carnage to life. He's one of the most popular villains in the Spider-Man universe.
One of us must die.
Carnage is a more complex character than Venom. He presented a bigger challenge than Venom from a design point of view.
His path is not direct. It's multifaceted. It's much more complex, thorny, and dangerous in the way that Chaos is.
And it's a kind of almost like a complete difference of energy.
I wanted to honor the Marvel Comics while also helping to create something exciting for the movie.
Let there be carnage.
The Marvel Universe is a fantastic space to work in because it's all stories based on, really beautiful, inspirational comic book art. And so we get to take that art as the basis of what we do and up level into whatever fantastical creation we come up with.
Enjoy the show.
We didn't want him to be bipedal like Venom is.
Hey, awesome work!
He is like an octopus, kind of squid-like.
The arms and legs have the same priority as the other tentacles, so he just sort of becomes this multi-limbed creature. I decided that it would be beneficial to sculpt a maquette, and this gave us something physical for everyone to be able to interact with really early on, rather than waiting for the CG character to be built, and that allowed us to, get a good idea of how the character was going to look.
There you are.
We were creating concept art as well as key arts, which showed how we would like to light something as well. It's all about the art of what it is that we're creating and embedding it into the storytelling. Ultimately, that maquette was 3D scanned, and that became the basis of the digital model that we then built upon.
He can totally transform into a whirlwind.
I looked at nature as a reference point, so like the way a scorpion brings its tail forward, and this sort of creates this threatening behavior. And Animating the tentacles and the transformations was a very challenging and complex task. It was really difficult to sort of find a way to propagate Carnage in a way where he would become like omnipresent in an environment. We had to avoid anything that felt sort of like Spider-Man or Spider-Webby.
That is so hot!
With Cletus and Carnage, I wanted to see bones breaking. I wanted to like see some teeth come out of the side of the cheek and sort of have it be more of a violent transformation.
The comics have a very good depiction of him. So it's about scale, it's about how he moves, what he can do, how he eats.
Power up!
Every part of him was a weapon that could be used and then be fired.
He can grab hold with these tendrils that shoot out everywhere. Grab a car up. You grab hold of a helicopter out of the air.
Everybody was really thrilled in the end with how Carnage came out. Ultimately, he worked really well.
He did not taste good.
Cletus, are you there?
My angel.
The love story that we have with Francis and Cletus is born out of two isolated characters coming together and creating unity and a wholeness.
They're coming to take me away. They're sending me to a place where there are others like me.
The relationship between Cletus and Shriek is such unconditional love.
They were madly in love with each other, and then they got torn apart. His heart has always been with her.
My baby. They're good at being bad together.
It really had to be romantic and epic.
He loved her beyond anything else.
Tom and I both knew that we very much wanted to introduce a female supervillain. Shriek is an agent of chaos.
Oh, happy day. Shriek is unpredictable, wild, feral, playful, humorous, madly, wildly in love with Cletus.
They haven't seen each other for 25 years, and when they come back together, it's just like that 25 years just disappears.
I'd like you to meet Carnage.
That is so hot!
And with Carnage and with Shriek, there's someone for everyone in a weird kind of way.
You wouldn't believe that the guy who threw his grandmother in a wheelchair down the step is so committed with this love story. His biggest dream was, we get out of here and we get married.
66. My dream car.
Yeah, I remember. Let's see what you got.
She is just so much fun to play. She's so completely unlike me. She's everything that I would like to be. You know, this character who doesn't follow the rules, doesn't even know what the rules are, doesn't care what the rules are. She only cares about one human being, and that's Cletus.
When they do finally get back together, it's probably the greatest moment of Cletus's life.
The Marvel Universe is so thoroughly being brought to life. These characters really have a true inner life. They're not cartoons. They cease to be superficial archetypes. They actually begin to take on a really evolved, deep, psychological and emotional based centers. I've worked with Naomi a number of times now, and I just think she's one of the best actors I've ever worked with. She's so truthful and has such power, and she can be really dangerous, really, really dangerous, and yet vulnerable too.
My favourite scene is where Shriek marries Cletus.
A red wedding.
It's a really exciting scene, and it's the first time I've done any wire work as well. I love being suspended in the air and flown around the set. It's fantastic.
Working with Naomi is really great. I just feel happy that we're getting to do this together. She's a great actress.
It was the first ever Hollywood movie that I ever did was with Woody. So it's wonderful, and we played lovers in that movie. So it's amazing. It's 15 years later, and we've been reunited again as lovers. But this time we get to get married, so it's really special.
That distant cathedral, that's all I see. Fractured angel. The other part of me.
Woody and Naomi loved each other and just had so much fun together, and I know they had a ball doing it.
Dearly beloved, if anyone objects to this marriage, speak now or forever hold their
There you are.
They've managed to keep their love alive, which is incredible.
It's very much a love story.
Got it.
Let's get this party started.
Enjoy the show. When we thought of Carnage, there was only one name.
Woody.
Woody Harrelson.
Oh, Eddie, you are responsible for bringing about the end of Cletus Cassidy.
Woody had a very good idea of how he was approaching the character, which was with this sort of glee and deliciousness. It made writing Cletus so much fun.
Your friend.
Cletus Cassidy. Kiss, hug, smiley face.
Cletus Cassidy is somewhat of a psychotic killer who I guess got that way because of a nasty little upbringing in which he felt compelled to take revenge on people that he felt were responsible for the state he was in.
Every villain is a victim of circumstance. A baby is not a villain. Things happen in their lives that will change them forever.
I think Cletus has a sense that Eddie Brock is going to be a friend of his.
There is a similarity between him and Cletus because they're both self-seeking. They're both happy to deal in deviousness.
You and I are the same.
No, we're not. Woody's so perfect for Cletus Cassidy because you can't help but love him, even though he's a twisted, devious, manipulative, damaged as anything.
I absolutely love Woody because he's such an extraordinary actor. But not only that, he's an amazing human being, and he brings such intensity and commitment and passion to the role, but also he does it with such great sense of humor as well.
Gifts first. Actually, traditionally. Shut your mouth, Father.
Cletus and Carnage was a mysterious event, really, for Cletus, and he's afraid of him. But he's not alone anymore. And he had one thing in mind. He wanted to destroy Eddie Venom.
Something wicked. This way comes.
Carnage and Cletus are actually truly symbiotic. So Carnage is also a sociopath and only wants to cause carnage. They're a perfect coupling. They could stay together forever.
This is a physical sculpt that we had somebody do so we could also stand around and actually talk about this. This character in particular is going to be evolving throughout the film. So this would be, when Carnage is first born, we were sort of looking at how his anatomy works. We've sort of broken open his spine. We have like holes going through his limbs because he's quite transformational ultimately.
Any last words, Warden? No!
So this is what we see Cletus in when he first bursts out of prison. These are his boots. Woody knew when a costume felt right. You get this lovely feeling, it's like a snap, and you just know that's it. We have that little film reference again, Cape Fear.
You are real. I am. And once I kill that thing that made me, we will be indestructible.
What was very interesting about Cletus was you could almost be very arch with that character in the wrong hands, but what Woody does just brilliantly is sit right on that tightrope where you don't know how to trust the character, and yet there's a vulnerability that's underneath it.
San Quentin, may you rot and burn in hell. May your walls fall down, and may I live to tell.
Woody was very good at just adjusting the tiller to get the performance into a place where it had everything. It had pathos, it had truth, it had reality, it had danger, it was macabre, it was funny as well, and he can flip that stuff on a dime, and he's a magician.
I'm a killer, with or without the monster, Eddie.
You want people to walk out of that theater feeling great and feeling like they had a nice ride. Had a nice journey.
Let there be carnage.
Oh, hell yes.
We have a deal.
What's gonna happen? You gonna stop protecting me? I don't think so. I've been keeping my mouth shut, feeding your little secrets.
Hungry for some secrets?
Oh, yeah!
Here are a couple treats the filmmakers left for you to snack on.
What do you think? Holy cow. Bingo.
We will start with one of our favorite Easter eggs. Our beloved Stan Lee. No film in the universe would be complete without his cameo.
Follow me. I'm gonna prove to you that Mrs. Chen loves Marvel. Ta-da! Hello. Pretty cool, huh?
Looks like Creepy Cletus studied his English literature while at St. Estes.
Look.
Take a look. The walls of his cell are covered with quotes. From Lord Byron's Prometheus.
Oh, I know this one. It's a tree.
Idiot.
William Blake's Proverbs of Hell. And Bram Stoker's Dracula. While we're on the subject of vampires, is that a bat and a spider on his wall? Could he be teasing that Morbius and Spider-Man are in Eddie's world?
Oh, shit!
Remember this fashion statement from Eddie Brock in the original Venom? Sure, Fillmore is a street in San Francisco, the city where Venom and Let There Be Carnage take place, but it's also a historic dance hall and music venue known as the birthplace of psychedelia.
Wow. Yeah.
Let There Be Carnage, filmed under the working title of, you guessed it, Fillmore. Award for most creative use of tongue as a weapon? We'll give this one to Carnage. Carnage's murder by Tendril from the comic Venom, Carnage Unleashed #3, inspired this sequence. Welcome to Ravencroft, Institute for the Criminally Insane. Some of Spider-Man's biggest enemies, Dr. Octopus, Mysterio, Chameleon, and Vulture, to name a few, have been captive and escaped from here.
I'm gonna slice your face off! Wear it to a party!
You're never getting out of here, Siegfried. No one does.
Makes us wonder who Siegfried might really be. In Maximum Carnage, it's actually Ravenclaw, where Cletus breaks out of his cell, takes down a slew of armed guards, and first meets his beloved Shriek. Take a closer look at that doctor in charge of Shriek's care, Dr. Pazzo.
It seems your sweetheart has done a Houdini act over there at San Quentin.
A name you might recognize from the Carnage Unleashed series as Cletus Cassidy's psychiatrist.
Ta-da!
While we're talking therapy, let's talk about St. Estes. Full comic book name,
St. Estes, home for unwanted children. That circus of hell.
It's here in Amazing Spider-Man number 361 that Carnage and Spider-Man have their first battle, right after Cletus finds and kills his own childhood teddy bear.
Wow!
In the comics, Eddie Brock was fired from the Daily Bugle. The West Coast edition makes an appearance a few times here. Want to see what Daily Bugle pundit J. Jonah Jameson thinks about Carnage? Check out his editorial in Absolute Carnage number 5.
Who's gonna read that with some random haiku?
Print it. Every hero has an origin story.
Hold up, did he just smash a spider? Was that a jab at our favorite web slinger? We get to see not one, but 2 origin stories in the film. Carnage, and the grandbaby of all symbiotes, Toxin, son of Carnage, grandson of Venom, and new body mate with Eddie's old pal, Detective Mulligan.
I don't like you.
That being is him.
You do not deserve nice things. Monsters.
Your turn. What other Easter eggs can you spot?
Oh, to act with it as well. Yeah, oh, right. I was gonna say, sorry. Let's make a movie.
Whoa!
What?
What is it? I've completely forgotten.
Cool, okay, we're good to go?
Don't be stingy. Okay, good man. Oh my God, that's a lot of tears.
Okay, I'm not gonna get into who did what to who. Me. I'm not gonna get into who did who to wrong. Gonna get into who did what to who. I just need to know what the line is.
I'm spritzing. I'm spritzing.
Quiet, please.
Come on, open.
Okay, I've got it.
Listen, we're Bonnie and Clyde.
Just do it.
We're gangsters.
Bonnie and Clyde. Clyde's
All right.
Now Clyde's. Okay, I've got it.
You have, mate.
Clyde's found Bonnie. Now Clyde's found
Friday
Bonnie.
home, Steve.
Okay, here we go. Yeah, here we go. And now Clyde's found. And now.
Found each other.
Okay, now here we go.
Oh, mother son of a bitch, my bad. I couldn't even remember the very first step, never mind the second step.
Where is she? Oh, nailed that. Surely.
Did you cut?
Can we go again?
Whose hand was that?
Why do I want to say don't leave me hanging?
I'm
so sorry. Don't. Oh,
Tell me when to dig in.
It works both ways, though. Okay.
That's bad journalism! I'm sorry I got distracted. Let's start that right away. Keep rolling, people.
Big Mama, take one. Any more words?
312 takes left.
Take 3. 90 Baker, take 2.
Andy, say you love it. Let's move on.
Action. What do you say?